The difference between Agile and Scrum. On the surface, it is easy to see why Agile and Scrum can often be confused, as they both rely on an iterative process, frequent interaction, and collaborative decision-making. The key difference between Agile and Scrum is that while Agile is project management philosophy that utilizes a core set of values and principles, Scrum is a specific Agile framework that is used to facilitate a project. It is important to remember that although Scrum is an Agile approach, Agile does not always mean Scrum because many different methodologies take an Agile approach to project management. In this course, you will have a clear understanding of what Agile and Scrum are and how they work together, so you can begin to think about applying these approaches to your projects. But given the difference between these two, this shouldn't be a question of whether you should take an Agile or Scrum approach. Instead, if you decide that Agile approach is the right for a particular project, the question is, which Agile methodology should you use? The answer could be Scrum, or it could be one of the other various Agile methodologies that exists. To decide if Agile is right for your project, you will need to look at specific requirements and constraints involved. Agile was created within the context of software development projects, and it's particularly effective in this area. With this in mind, an Agile approach will not be effective for projects with a very strict scope and development requirements. However, the guiding principles of the Agile philosophy are widely used across many different types of projects. If an Agile approach is right for your project, you will then need to determine whether or not Scrum is the best framework for your specific needs and goals. Scrum is typically best suited for projects which do not have clear requirements and are likely to experience change and require frequent testing. The key to a successful project isn't just about choosing the right methodology, but skillfully executing that methodology. Doing so requires an expert understanding of the methodology you ultimately decide to employ in conjunction with other critical project management skills. To be successful in their roles, Agile managers need to know how to communicate effectively, lead team, apply critical thinking and problem-solving skills, and be adaptable to the organizational dynamics and complexity around them. So let's conclude. The Agile methodology describes how software is built through iterative development, and Scrum is a framework with specific set of roles and responsibilities for implementing. Both Agile and Scrum emphasize the importance to deliver software as early as possible and as frequently as possible. Both are iterative, repetitive process and accept changes even late in the project. They foster continuous improvement and transparency. Agile is an umbrella term that includes approaches like Scrum framework, Kanban, Lean, Extreme Programming, Crystal, and so on. Put it in simple, Scrum is a subcategory of Agile.